Right now at noon, President Biden will be arriving soon in Wisconsin. We're live in Milwaukee with what to expect from his visit. Plus, the House passes a bill that could ban TikTok for users in the U.S. This as the bill heads to the Senate. Welcome to News 3 Now at noon. Thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Josh Breiter. Right now, President Biden is heading to Wisconsin, looking to create momentum for his re-election campaign. This comes after last week's State of the Union address. For more on what to expect from today's visit, let's go live to News 3 Now's Will Keneally. He's in Milwaukee awaiting the president. Hey, Will.
Hey, Josh. Yeah, so we're outside this Boys and Girls Club location here in Milwaukee, waiting for the president's visit, which is expected to be around 4 o'clock today. He's here to tout essentially a big, more than $3 billion infrastructure investment into communities across the country and in Wisconsin, like here in Milwaukee. So, for example, the investment here in Milwaukee is the street that this Boys and Girls Club is on. He's putting $36 million into it to kind of revitalize the street and connect different communities here in Milwaukee. We're seeing similar investments back in Madison. This is also the second time in a matter of months that the president's been in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. He's back here in December as well. So you can tell certainly it's a campaign year as we're looking ahead to November. But for now, we'll have more coverage throughout the evening. But for now, reporting in Milwaukee, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
And live TV for you right there. It sounds like the tornado siren going off in the background. It is Wednesday, Will. Thank you. We look forward to your coverage later on today. President Biden and former President Trump now have enough delegates to become their party's presumptive nominees. Both candidates won their party's primaries in Georgia, Mississippi, and Washington. After last night's victory, President Biden released a new campaign video on the social media platform X.
This is the time of choosing. So let us choose the truth. Let us choose America. Come November, we will vote in record numbers, and we can do it. It's within your power to do it.
Former President Trump also reacting to the wins last night. Here's part of what he had to say.
We're not going to take time to celebrate. We'll celebrate in 8 months when the election is over. November 5th, I believe, will go down as the most important day in the history of our country.
Both Biden and Trump's nominations will become official at their respective parties' national conventions this summer. Remember, you can always stay informed on the court's decision and all other election-related news right here on News 3 Now and with the free Channel 3000 mobile app. Well, we have one last day of warm temperatures. First Warm meteorologist Jacob Montesano's taking advantage of it out on the weather patio. Jacob, another good one out there.
Yeah, temperatures are very mild. I'm honestly a little hot out here as the sun is shining. There are quite a bit of clouds in the sky, though, and by the time we get to the later afternoon, we may see pretty much complete cloud cover, but we're not expecting to see rain during the day today. Now, right now, 63 degrees, winds only at around 8 miles per hour, not nearly as windy as it was yesterday, and looking at the current temperatures across Dane County, middle to upper 60s, and across our area, a few locations are close to 70, could possibly get there. We had a few locations yesterday get to 70, but with the cloud cover we see, I wouldn't be surprised if we stay in the 60s across our region. Still well above average for this time of the year. And the reason that it probably won't get to 70 for a lot of areas is the winds aren't as gusty. Now, yesterday, the winds were pretty breezy, and it was from the south, so it brought a lot of that warm air south of us into our area. Now, if we take a look at visible cloud track, you can kind of see a few clouds starting to develop across southern Wisconsin. Expect even more clouds to develop later in the afternoon, and a very small chance of rain is possible, especially south and east of Madison today. But the bulk of the precipitation will come tomorrow. We could see a few storms, and there also is a very small chance of severe weather. Now, my guess is much of the severe weather will stay to the south of us, which is why we have not put out an alert day. But if we do see a severe storm, the biggest hazard will be some hail. Winds are not going to be as much of a hazard, and flooding very minor, and a very, very, very small chance of an isolated tornado. It is very unlikely, but it's not a 0% chance. I'll talk more in detail, though, through the timing of the precipitation coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Well, even with the warmer temperatures, the need for helping to cover heating and cooling costs does not go away. Today's News 3 Now is partnering with the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund to help those in need. Our Day of Warmth telethon and donation drive provides money for those in need of basic necessities across the state. The telethon starts at 4 and ends at 6:30. You can donate by phone at 800-891-WARM. A vote today on Capitol Hill places the future of TikTok in jeopardy, possibly impacting the 170 million Americans who use the popular app. Skylar Henry reports from Washington.
The rules are suspended. The bill is passed.
The House of Representatives voted Wednesday to require TikTok to separate from its China-based owner ByteDance or be banned from U.S. app stores in 6 months.
TikTok needs to decide whether they value their users or their ties to the Chinese Communist Party more.
Supporters of the bipartisan bill cited national security concerns, arguing the Chinese government could force ByteDance to hand over the data of its 170 million American users, something TikTok has long denied.
This is a life-changing app.
Ahead of the vote, the company mobilized TikTok influencers and others to fight the bill.
So many people, not only 5 million small businesses rely on it, but 170 million people rely on this app for more than just their livelihood. They rely on this app for their mental health.
One key hurdle could be former President Trump, who once threatened to ban TikTok but opposes this bill, saying it would shift too much influence to Facebook. President Biden has said he would sign the legislation if it reaches his desk. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
The bill now heads to the Senate, where it's unclear whether it will pass, especially if former President Trump's opposition sways some Republicans to drop their support. Well, the Dane County Jail project is taking another step forward today. Community leaders held a groundbreaking ceremony at the construction site. The new jail will provide more medical and mental health space, as well as reduce solitary confinement. The building will be directly behind the public safety building in Madison. Construction is set to begin in April. Well, the annual Flight of Lights returns to the Dane County Regional Airport this Friday. The drive-through display on International Lane is celebrating its 5th year of free lights. This time around, the display will feature 6 themes. Those include tributes to healthcare workers, first responders, and, of course, Wisconsin sports. Flight of Lights will be lit up every night from 7:30 to 11:30 until Sunday, April 7th. Well, still ahead for us on this Wednesday afternoon, the New York Times cracking down on Wordle lookalikes. Plus, nearly 7 years after its former parent company Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy, how Babies R Us is bouncing back.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Moving forward.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Your garage door trying to tell you something? Bad rollers, loud motors. At Precision, we're trained to listen.
It's so quiet.
A door that works better than new and a happy customer. That's my goal here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
During Sleep Awareness Month at Steinhoffel's, get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress for only $52 per month, plus $300 in Steinhoffel's cash. Tempur-Pedics are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by supporting the body as no other mattress can. Upgrade to the Tempur-Breeze and sleep up to 10 degrees cooler for just $96 per month. Make the connection between better health and sleep at Steinhoffel's. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, ProAdjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
If you have Medicare and Medicaid, you may be eligible to get extra benefits with iCare's dual eligible special needs plans. Our members get $1,800 per year with a card that's loaded monthly to pay for items such as eligible groceries, over-the-counter items, rent, and utilities. Whatever you don't spend carries over each month. Call us today, and a licensed sales agent will help you find out if you're eligible. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
Consumer prices hit 3.2% in February compared to the year before. That's up from January's 3.1%, according to the latest federal data. The increase was driven by rising energy and housing costs. Food prices, however, were practically unchanged from January to February. Babies R Us is bouncing back nearly 7 years after its former parent company Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. Starting this summer, the new Babies R Us will be opening shops inside about 200 Kohl's stores across the country. Kohl's says customers will also be able to register and shop for an assortment of baby products online. The move is part of Kohl's push to get younger shoppers in its stores. And the New York Times is cracking down on Wordle lookalikes. The media company says it's sending copyright takedown notices to developers who created games similar to the popular word puzzle to defend its intellectual property rights. Some developers who've already taken down their word games after receiving the letter have described the actions by the New York Times as sad and insanity. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
A look at the stock report at the noon hour. The Dow up 150 points, NASDAQ down 62, and the S&P 500 also down 3.5 points. Our call for action volunteers are in the building today, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. People who use the weight loss drug Zepbound may now be able to order it on Amazon. Manufacturer Eli Lilly is partnering with the e-commerce giant to help patients receive free and fast delivery of medications, as well as 24/7 access to pharmacists. It's part of Eli Lilly's new Eli Direct program. In November, the Food and Drug Administration approved Zepbound as a weight loss treatment. Well, Pam is watching today's ag prices straight ahead, and Jacob is tracking rain chances and a cool down in the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, we'll meet a Madison firefighter and her best friend. They are one of the teams competing on Amazing Race, which debuts tonight on CBS.
The Lucky Streak sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. We're offering our biggest savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $2,000 instantly on 4-piece kitchen packages. Plus low monthly payments with up to 60 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Add style and comfort to your home with our wide selection of Hunter ceiling fans. This Colby indoor-outdoor ceiling fan is $99.98 after rebate. Add comfort to your living space with carpet from Marquee Industries. Grandstand carpet is luxuriously soft, making it perfect for your home. Plus, it has a touch pad for easy installation. Get it now for only $189 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Clean, safe, fun. I was hoping daytime care for Mom would be like that. Oh, Grace's new center is so nice. Now, caring for Mom is so much easier.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a Grace Supportive Care came to see me. It was a Grace, but it wasn't hospice.
When you're ready for hospice, you want a Grace. They helped make my dad's last weeks comfortable, calm. It was beautiful.
A Grace, caring every step of the way. Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
Biggest anniversary
sale is on now. Pick up your scratch-off ticket in-store for huge bonus deals. Plus, flexible payments with up to 60-month special financing. Save up to 79% on special buys and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Bachelor host Jesse Palmer.
I have to break the cocktail party up with a glass of champagne. I tink it. That's it.
Plus, 90-Day Fiancés Sean Robinson.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
Thursday at 10. On the 19th anniversary of the destructive fire that burned St. Raphael's Cathedral, I'm bringing you a look at how the Madison Catholic community is moving forward with its new Mother Church.
This is a big deal.
Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Coming off of a busy couple of days, Pam, it's good to see you.
Yeah, glad to make it back in time for the noon show, Josh, that's for sure. Hey, this week, and it's kind of hard to think about it when you don't see much moisture out there on the terrain right now, but this is actually Groundwater Awareness Week. Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reminding people that in Wisconsin, 70% of us actually rely on that groundwater for our drinking water, especially if you're out in the rural community. So they're just kind of reminding us the to-dos or things that you should have on a checklist this spring, like double-checking how your well is doing. Not only monitoring the water quality by doing a little bit of testing, but also well maintenance. Just because that well has been there and not causing you problems doesn't mean it doesn't need some attention. So maybe think about doing that. Think about planting native plants around that well. It helps as far as water management's concerned. It also helps as far as filtration. For the rest of us that may be on city water or metropolitan water, think about recycling. Picking up trash is another good way to make sure that our groundwater stays clean, and think about how we're going to use the water. It's already dry out there. If you're a person that routinely, for example, waters their grass, are you maybe adjusting your plans already in your mind this year? So Groundwater Awareness Week, courtesy of our Wisconsin DNR. You know, we've been talking about the fire dangers here in Wisconsin. Same situation still lurking down in Texas. I was talking with a fellow farm broadcaster that's down by the San Angelo area. That's where that Smokehouse Creek fire devastated about 1 million acres of ground. You know, what you don't realize is there's a lot of agriculture there. That's probably one of the biggest cattle raising areas in the United States. Over 11 million head of cattle in that Texas panhandle where they saw the grass all burn up, and they still don't know how many animals have been lost. They say it's going to be a while if they're even able to find carcasses. A lot of veterinarians went into the area to try to help those animals that were impacted. So kind of a developing story, so to speak. All right, today, as far as the dairy markets are concerned, barrel cheese in Chicago up a penny at $1.43. Quiet on the 40-pound block market. That stays at $1.43. AA butter on a Wednesday, up 0.75 cents to $2.84 a pound. So there you go, buddy. Caught my breath. I'm all back in the rhythm with you to keep everybody up to date.
Yeah, and the weather has been so nice, although we could use the rain. It's like that hard thing, right? We like to see the sun, but boy, it's dry out.
Yeah, I hope it's measurable. I hope it's at least a little measurable.
Big time. All right, Pam, good to have you back. We'll see you tomorrow.
You bet.
New at noon, robots aren't just active on land, they're taking over the seas. But creators say the dominant devices aren't out just to steal our jobs on the water. As CBS's Tina Kraus reports, they may produce more.
They're small but sophisticated. Electric robots making new waves in the world of ocean technology.
Collecting data from the seafloor underwater and stitching that together with GPS mapping so that we can see what the seafloor looks like.
Robotic vehicles are everywhere you turn at this week's Oceanology International Conference in London, as the autonomous machines steer the industry in a new direction. But creators say the idea that water robots will take jobs away from people is science fiction.
Robots aren't going to take our jobs. Robots are creating more jobs, more ways to collect data, more ways to work in the ocean.
Experts say as robots get smaller and more affordable, they'll provide more eyes in the ocean, helping with environmental mapping and new construction projects, while also looking after the planet.
We have made more progress in our understanding of the ocean and in our understanding of climate change and how it impacts the ocean, really in the last 2 years than we've probably made the last 2 decades.
As robots command more attention on the water, engineers say working hand in hand is key.
They're going to give us ways of doing things that we could never do on our own.
A partnership tech experts believe will keep the marine industry afloat. Tina Krause, CBS News.
So many of the underwater robots on display across the pond deliver wireless data streaming so operators on land can get instant eyes on what's happening below the surface. Well, we could be in for some rain tomorrow. Here's Jacob with the latest storm track and the first warn forecast. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Josh. 60s will continue throughout the afternoon hours, but starting tomorrow, the temperatures will fall, and a lot of that will have to do with the rainfall. We could see a few thunderstorms, but the majority of our area will just see some showers, although rain could be heavy at times regardless, and cooler temperatures are in the forecast through the weekend. Now, there is a marginal risk for severe weather, Madison and southward, including most of the far southern portion of the state. But I'm thinking that a lot of the severe weather will stay to the south of us. The threshold for severe weather will kind of creep up right into northern Illinois, but there will be a steep drop off and the chances just above the warm front, which will come to right about Rockford, is very low. There is a very small chance that that warm front could creep up into southern Wisconsin, but my guess is it will stay south. However, if we do see a severe thunderstorm, we will likely see some hail. Wind and flooding concerns are not a big concern with this system, and a very, very unlikely tornado. But we can't rule it out of the forecast, as the chances are not zero, unfortunately. So let me show you specifically what the uncertainty is. So this is mainly south of Madison. Everywhere north of Madison has pretty much a 0% chance of severe weather. And the reason that my guess is the severe weather will stay south is because of that front. If it stays south of us, we'll be on the cold side of the front, and temperatures will struggle to reach 50, which is not good ingredients for severe storms to occur. And so the reason we haven't put out the alert day is it's very likely that we can just completely miss out on any severe weather. However, rainfall is almost a certainty with this system. So we could see some light rain this evening, but the bulk of the precipitation will come during the morning and really throughout the entire day tomorrow. So once precipitation starts, it may not stop throughout the rest of the day. And although the thunderstorms will be to the south, some areas around Madison and even north may see rainfall for several hours. Could also be heavy at times, but notice that it's mostly yellow and orange and not red. So red really is what really indicates the severe weather, and we're mostly just going to see some solid rainfall. But as I mentioned, could last for quite a while into the late afternoon and evening, and it should clear out Thursday night, and Friday morning we are going to be dry. Now, total precipitation will be around a ½ inch to a full inch. It looks like the further south you go, the more rainfall you will see. Less likely to see a lot of rain further north. And Madison is kind of looking like it's going to be right in that battleground of heavy rain to just moderate rainfall. So for the central and southern portions of our area, prepare for rain throughout much of the day, but northern counties may not see quite as much. And as we look at the temperatures, a lot cooler for Thursday, but temperatures will rise a little bit for Saturday. Highs will only be in the upper 30s, though, for Sunday and Monday before they rebound again by the middle and end of the week. So, of course, knowing our luck, St. Patrick's Day is looking very cold. So if you plan to attend the parade, definitely bundle up. We also could see some snowfall during the parade, but it looks like if it does snow, it will be pretty light. But considering we really haven't seen snowfall for a month, of course, it happens on St. Patrick's Day. It's just been our luck. I feel like a lot of people would trade some of these nicer days during the work week for a nice day on St. Patrick's Day, but unfortunately, that's not how it works. So. Yeah. Warmer temperatures, though, will come back towards the end of the week, but this looks like it'll be the last 60-degree day for at least a week or so.
That's a bummer. 30s are going to feel a little different than 60s.
Yeah, especially because we're used to the 60s. The 30s are going to feel even colder than what they would normally be if we were, in the teens for about a week.
Yeah, hang on tight, folks. Yep. All right, Jacob, thank you. Let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The treat we're making today is perfect for Easter. Stick around, because you'll want to hop right on this one.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yo, you think Dallas's Power 4 gonna drop 30 tomorrow? Boy, you tripping.
Did you see his mom made a post about going to the game?
What? Hold up, his mama gonna be there?
He's been averaging like 34 points a game when she's there.
At least 40 when she be on that Jumbotron.
He don't like to let his mama down.
Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Cash in on your sports fandom with Prize Picks.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people. I led the country through the COVID crisis. Today, we have the strongest economy in the world. I passed a law that lowers prescription drug prices, caps insulin at $35 a month for seniors. For 4 years, Donald Trump tried to pass an infrastructure law, and he failed. I got it done. Now we're rebuilding America. I passed the biggest law in history to combat climate change because our future depends on it. Donald Trump took away the freedom of women to choose. I'm determined to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land again. Donald Trump believes the job of the president is to take care of Donald Trump. I believe the job of the president is to fight for you, the American people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Can we do one more take?
Look, I'm very young, energetic, and handsome. What the hell am I doing this for?
So, what did we learn today? That Spectrum One gives people everything that they need at a great price. And what are those things?
Super fast internet.
Comes with it, yes.
A line of unlimited mobile.
Now we're cooking, yes, comes with it.
Free advanced Wi-Fi.
Also comes with it. What else do people want, guys?
A sense of purpose and direction in life.
It does come with state-of-the-art security features, which is kind of like the same thing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile for 12 months. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Do not go.
It's free if I do it, babe.
Whoa, you need the experts.
Let the experts at Feldco make your home renewal project a cinch with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 5 years.
Free installation won't last long. Hurry, call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
With Easter just a few weeks away, you're probably starting to think about what you're going to serve for dessert or what to bring if you're invited to someone's house. Well, this year, rather than making the same old thing, how about making a from-scratch carrot cake that's guaranteed to be the talk of the table? We start by creaming some brown and white sugar along with some butter until it's light and fluffy. To that, we add a few eggs, one at a time. Now for the part that gives this lots of flavor, we add a can of crushed pineapple that we've drained, our grated carrots, some raisins, and a splash of vanilla. To bring this together, we beat in our dry ingredients along with a few off-the-shelf spices. This goes into a 9x13 baking dish and gets baked off until it passes the toothpick test. Once it cools, we top it with a simple homemade cream cheese frosting, fancy it up with some nuts, and it's ready to serve. Everyone may be stuffed from Easter dinner, but I can assure you, no one's gonna pass this by. To get the recipe, all you have to do is go to our website and look for what we call Fabulous Carrot Cake. The reason we call it that will be pretty obvious after one forkful. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a
Fabulous way.
Yeah, a fabulous way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Jacob with a final look at your first warm weather.
Thanks, Josh. Here's a final look at the rainfall tomorrow. We aren't going to see much today, but we could still see some light rain south of Madison. But the bulk of the precipitation will come tomorrow. For some areas, once it starts, it may not stop throughout the entire day. We could see a few thunderstorms, mostly south of Madison, but most of our area will see showers and consistent rainfall rather than thunderstorms. But the rain could be heavy at times, and it'll clear out by the evening.
All right, Jacob, thank you. Keep it here with the latest storm track, and thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful Wednesday.